Good morning and welcome to Good Morning North Coast. You're watching Ballito TV and I'm Prathisha Singh. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. We have an exciting lineup planned just for you. To bring us much needed motivation and inspiration is renowned life coach Claudia Greenwood. We'll be hearing from Hearts That Hope. Kent VanderYacht is joining us this morning, telling us about the work that they do with children. Hop's Ballito is opened again and they have an exciting menu just for you. Pierre is joining me this morning, engaging us in these new ventures. We have Karen Landman and from the Ballito Sanitary Drive and Megan Clark from Lula Cup. They have been working very closely with our very own Mandy Rootman, passing around sanitary supplies to people in need. We'll be hearing from affectionately known Seawood Steve about the important issues like when we can get back to swimming and surfing on the Dolphin Coast. Trevor and Jessica Nair will be touching on issues regarding child protection and other serious issues from the Breakthrough Center. They'll be telling us about the work they're involved in and how we can help. On a lighter note, they are also our Laugh Out Larry team. The weather and surf report will be brought to you by Heili Ace and Deon Bosman as per usual. Please get your kids together for Laugh Out Larry this morning as they will be tackling serious issues in a fun way. Our musician showcase this morning is Rowan Stuart. So stay tuned and enjoy your morning with us. Let's get started with the lineup. Welcome and good morning, Claudia.
Good morning. Thanks, Prathisha. Lovely to be here. And good morning to the viewers out there.
What do you have to share with us this morning, Claudia?
Well, today's topic is going to be about change. Surprise, surprise.
We've had a lot of that recently.
Absolutely. You know, some things we choose to change in life, and as we very well have experienced, and we will continue experiencing, is that change is going to continue. Mm-hmm. So, the importance with this topic is to understand that just like seasons change, some things they're not in our control. So it's pointless saying, you know what, I'm just like summer's over and now I'm going to feel miserable. The season's going to change. Now we can choose in that situation to either remain the victim or we can choose to be empowered. Now remember, if you're in a victim mentality, and that's when you say, oh, pity me, and you know, everything is going wrong and it's all these things outside of us and these people did that and whatever transpires. When you're in that victim mindset, you're small. You feel small, right? Mm-hmm. And you feel like you just don't have any power. You become miserable and you actually retract. Now, to live a life like that is going to be very hard. The opposite of that would be rather live and choose to be empowered. Because when you're in a space of empowerment, you become stronger within yourself and you see opportunities and you become more optimistic about life. And you actually embrace what's happening and say, okay, this has happened, what now? What next? Where's the opportunity in this for me? So there's a process we go through, okay? And it starts out with acceptance. We need to accept where we are. We need to accept that things change and what was isn't any longer. When we do that, we allow ourselves to let go of whatever we were involved in before or how we knew life to be. And it can be the smallest of things like you've chosen to change a job, or there's an obstacle in the road and I've got to take a different route, or somebody stops in front of me and annoys me in the traffic. Mm-hmm. You've got to change that mindset. Otherwise, you're the victim. You're the one that's left irritated. It could also be big things. Like maybe you've lost your business. Okay, that's huge. But it doesn't matter the size of it. As human beings, we go through the same process. So it starts out with accepting where you're at and learning to surrender and let go. Let go of what you cannot control and allow yourself that freedom to open up and see opportunities. Then remember, it's a little bit like if you've got a plant and this plant has died, and you keep watering it, is it going to grow? No, it's not. So let's let that go. Remember that in this process we have a lot of emotions to process, We need to allow ourselves to feel the fear, feel that anger, feel the frustration, feel whatever's coming up, disappointment, the anxiety. If you suppress these emotions, they're going to come back and resurface at some stage, and then you end up having bigger problems, like big anxiety or maybe depression, and it can even affect your health. Okay, it causes all sorts of disease in your body. So allow that. Allow yourself to navigate through that. And then, you know what, find somebody to speak to. It's important to get it out there and get it off your chest. But be careful not to be caught up in a pity party with somebody. I call it that because sometimes we get together and because other people can relate, say we're worried about something and somebody else is worried, well, let's all talk about our worries. And then
Misery
we get stuck.
loves company, that sort of vibe.
Absolutely. So what we should do is actually find somebody who's maybe positive, even speaking to somebody, if you need to speak to somebody professional to help you navigate through this, somebody who's not directly involved, that is very useful so that you can move on. Okay, and then understand that here's the opportunity for new life. It's rebirth. Okay, so what opportunities do you have? What can you create? Maybe it's an opportunity to do something you love, or take something you love doing to another level and expand on that. And trust yourself. Take the lead. Take the lead and allow your creativity to come out. Allow your wisdom to come out. You're full of that. We are all full of ideas and we are unique and authentic. Let's stop ourselves from being caught in this circle of, being stuck and spiral downwards, and let's elevate ourselves. As soon as we do that and we can kind of bring out the light within ourselves, we do that and uplift other people as well. And this is where empowerment comes in. It's saying, what can I do about the situation? What are the opportunities in the situation? And rise above it. It's amazing how many doors and how much creativity can come from you. It's all there. It's all within you. It's just open up and allow that. And that's when you embrace the situation and you become more empowered. When you're empowered, you're strong, you're creative, you uplift, and opportunities and doors open. And that's what I'd like to encourage people to do, is embrace any situation you're in life and see the opportunity in it.
I feel like I've just had a coaching session. Thank you, Claudia. That was very empowering, and I hope you all have enjoyed that session this morning and that you'll take away Claudia's messages and implement it in your lives. Thank you very much, Claudia.
Pleasure, Prathisha.
After this ad, we'll be hearing from Kent VanderYacht from the Hearts That Hope. Welcome back to Good Morning North Coast. It's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning. And we have Kent VanderYacht from the Hearts That Hope. Let's hear what this inspirational organization has to offer. Good morning, Kent. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Would you like to tell us a bit more about Hearts That Hope?
Oh, yeah.
What was the inspiration? How did it start?
I thought I was coming here for my gymnastics inspiration for the Olympics. Yeah, so it's quite cool to be able to talk about Hearts That Hope. So me and my wife started Hearts That Hope it's been about 8 years ago. We just saw there was a huge need for the orphan and vulnerable kids in the community. And yeah, we saw all the needs out there, because I go into the townships quite a bit and just see kids playing in the streets and no supervision. And through that we said, well, what do we do about it? And we saw lots of, at that time, Live Village and stuff was starting up, but no one had a home. So we said, well, let's just enroll as foster parents and invite them into our house. And that's basically how Hearts That Hope started. And we took kids into our own home. The community started supporting us, and yeah, now we've grown in. We have 15 kids.
Wow.
And right here at close to Link Church in Fox Hill, in Salt Rock. So yeah, it just keeps growing. And our big thing is educating them. So we don't want to just make an institution. We want to create families. So so we have one house where me and my wife and our family lives, and then next to us we have another house, and then on the other side we have another house. So that's basically what and we have a house mom for each house. So they sit at a table together, they talk about their school day, and yeah, just to create a family atmosphere and not an institution for these kids.
And you guys aspire to actually help them live their hopes and dreams, hey? And that's part of the name as well.
Definitely.
Hearts That Hope.
So right now we have, of the 15 kids, we have them at, I think, 9 different schools, just because we want to find each individual needs. So often you just, even with just a big family, we have 4 kids of our own. Kids don't get to experience what they are passionate about a lot of times, because they just have to fit into the family mold.
Yes.
But we try to as much as we can. So we give dance, they go to dance lessons, they go to art classes. One goes to boxing. I teach basketball, so a couple of them come to basketball.
Cool.
So we just try to get what their needs are and what they enjoy and try to bring that out in them.
That's very cool, because I mean, feeding kids and taking care of their basic needs is admirable itself. But then again, seeing what's in the hearts of those little kids, that takes it to the next level. And you and Lyndall do that fantastically. I've seen your work.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. Being a parent is
oh yes, I know. I have 2, and I know.
You have days where you're just pulling your hair out, and what do we do?
Yes.
And these kids come to us with so many issues, childhood issues, childhood drama, post-traumatic stress, all those things, and we try to get counseling, keep people involved. Yeah.
And then last week you guys got some inspiration for your new project from the riots, if I can say.
So
can you tell me a bit about that project?
So I was going out, I was up at the roadblocks and going, sheesh, this is nuts. I mean, I didn't know Ballito had this much firepower. And then I sat there for 2 days, and I'm like, this has potential to cause a lot of division. And I hate division. I'm a strong Christian, and God's brought us to come together as in unity. And I'm like, how? How do we not, what do we do for that? And I said, well, I'm going to go outside outside our community of Ballito and go into the township. And I was scared.
Of course.
You're just walking into a township that you've heard has been destroyed, destructed. You don't know what's happening in there. That was on Wednesday and Thursday last week, so the riots were on Monday. And I said, okay, I'm going to go in and see what's going on. And I went into Shaka's Head and asked people as I'm going, is it safe in there? And they're like, yeah, it's safe. It's like normal. And I'm like, these are the people we're protecting ourselves from. And I walked in there and I just started talking to people and hearing their stories. And they're like, well, we're petrified to come into Ballito. Because you think about trying to come into Ballito now with all these guys with their guns, and they said, can we go in? And so through that I just started talking to the community, and I went home to my wife, and on Saturday morning she woke up and just started praying, what can we do about it? Some of the other shakas, Crawl and Shayamoya, Okabongo have been looted completely. And we said, what can we do about it? And she started praying and saying, well, God, give me something. And she came up with Stock a Shop. which is all the tuck shops that have been looted and everything gone. Talking to the store owners now this past 4 days, 250,000 worth of stock out of each store gone overnight. No insurance, nothing.
Yeah.
So we've started a campaign called Stock a Shop where we're getting, and the Ballito community now has got hugely involved. We've raised over 200,000 in 2 days.
Sure, wow, that's incredible.
And what we do is we are buying stock from somebody, and 7,500 Rand worth of stock will go into these shops just to start them up again and get them going. And these communities are desperate for them to start. Like, they have nothing.
Of course,
Like, they can't buy food right now. And yeah, it's heartbreaking, actually. Like,
well, it's only big hearts with hope like this that's going to get us going through this and rebuilding and restructuring our communities. So
so it's been chaotic for me the last 2 days. I keep getting pulled into meeting after meeting. I go to one meeting and they grab me and say, come to this one. But it's been exciting. I love it. This is what God's called me here for. Well,
that's fantastic. And how can we as a community get involved in your work?
So on our website is Stock a Shop, so heartsthathope.com. You can go on there and look, and it's set up quite nicely to see. It's easy and accessible. Right now, we're at the groundwork to stock 20 shops just here in Shaiamoya, and then we're going to continue on out towards Stanger and trying to do all of Limbe. And it's going to come that we need volunteers when the stock comes in, because we need to sort it, so we know what's going to where, and all the logistics. So we're going to need help with logistics of it and all that stuff.
And then if we just get back to the little hearts that you do take care of, they can, the community members can become a donator, right?
They can donate to that, yes. And they can come. We always need tutors, because me and my wife don't have time to sit and do homework with. So it's just sit and do, not tutors even, just sit and do homework with the kids.
Okay.
Because it's difficult for us to do homework with for 15 kids.
And how do we do that? Do you have a website?
Yeah, you can email info@heartsthathope. And our admin lady, Chantel, will get back to you and tell you where would best fit in.
So you can volunteer, you can donate money, and that sort of thing, right?
And then you can just come and have throw a party for them. Like, just come in and feed them, even meals for the house moms. So the moms don't have to worry about every single meal they're cooking. And you know how it is as a mom to try to think of a meal plan for every week. My wife, that's her biggest stress, I think, in our home is,
definitely,
what are we
I
gonna
can
eat
relate.
this week?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But thank you for being on the show with us, Kent. And there you have it. You can get hold of Kent. The website's up for you. And come on, Ballito and the rest of the Dolphin Coast, wherever you want to donate and volunteer, Kent and Lyndall would really appreciate it. And after the break, we'll be hearing about Hop's new exciting opening. They are reopening, and Pierre van Zyl will be joining us discussing the enticing menu and what they have for you. I'll see you after the break.
At 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito, we offer an array of convenience services for our clients. With an in-store, fully operational business center, all under one roof. 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito is fully stocked with all your leading stationery brands. Proudly Ballito for Ballito.
Hi guys, Jason here from Chapman Building. Looking forward to introducing a new 13-episode series called Under Construction with Chapman Building. We will be covering various aspects of the building industry and our business to educate and help Ballito residents understand more about the building industry.
Welcome back to Good Morning North Coast. I've got Pierre van Zyl here with me, and we're talking about Hops. Ballito has reopened, and you can look forward to the traditional menu that you've always known and loved. And Pierre, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Are you
Thanks
very
for having
excited?
us.
Are you very excited that Hops has reopened? Because we
At
all
last,
are.
again. Yeah,
Yes.
very, very happy that we are back in business again. Driving past the Hops when it's closed is a sight that nobody enjoys. So yeah, it's all good. We opened on Saturday again. We can't serve the water of life at all. So we're back on soft drinks, Coca-Cola with ice as much. That's the most we can put into the ice. Coke for you. But the menu is on, the full-on menu. Waiters are all back, all looking forward to seeing the regulars, seeing the customers back again.
And I see the smiles are back on the faces, because I've actually been there for a takeaway recently in the last few days. And
Yeah, they're happy. You know,
everyone's back.
most of these people on the staff side, they are still being supported with tours and those things. The waiters are not permanent, so you know they rely on doing shifts there, and they were probably our biggest challenge over the last couple of months. So for them, yeah, it's very good news to hear that they're back on their shifts again. And we're a family, you know, so the family was, if they don't get together and speak to each other every day, they start getting bad. Things are going not well, you know. So yeah, having that chitter-chatter in the kitchen again and the talking in the front it's the way the Hops work.
Exactly, yes.
So yeah, that's all back. The Hops is alive again. There's beautiful views coming through with the whales coming in again. We had a whale very close there yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's all up and going again. We're looking forward to seeing the customers and the regulars.
Nice. And then also to assist with the restaurant recovery, you guys and the community as well, you guys are also a collection point, hey?
Yeah, it's Ivan, one of our managers, is actually heading that up. Obviously, we also want to help as much as we can. There's been such bad times behind us, and it's behind us now, I'm glad to say. So yeah, we also want to contribute. We also want to help. There's a major need out there for people needing food.
Definitely.
We can hear that from the staff. The local little shops are gone. I mean, to buy bread now, you have to get into a taxi and come all the way to Ballito. How bad is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, we are a collection point now, so we're happy to take on any donations and any food parcels, anything that we will then hand over to the distribution companies to do what they need to do with it.
That's fantastic.
Happy to be involved there. Thank you very much.
And then we can just pop by and look out for Ivan, and he will collect whatever essential items you have that you can donate.
Yeah, so as you walk in, you'll see there's a box, and there's, we also, every customer will have a chance to also donate some money or stuff. We actually go to the tables and inform them that it's what we are doing. So we're driving it as much as we can as well.
That's fantastic.
We'll
and
put
I'm
it
sure
on our social media as well, and yeah, so it's we need to be part of this whole drive. It's needed, yeah.
it's fantastic, and our community has come together very well.
Absolutely. You know, it has been the last 7 days in Ballito, and it's been amazing how these people can get together. And now it's the time to build. You know, those that were in the townships, I mean, they are probably the biggest losers in this whole exercise. So yeah, we need to assist, and we are willing to assist. And so you're not only going to come and have a drink with us, you're going to have to eat as well, and then also give some food as well. So we'll feed you and you bring the food. I think that'll work very well with packages and things.
It's a give and take relationship.
It's a give and take relationship. We'll give you food and you give us parcels.
So let's talk about the important stuff. What do you have on the menu that's the locals' favorites that they can come back? How can we entice people to come back and join us?
Well, you know, the Hops is known for the fish and chips. That has been a big seller all the time. You know, we've been open for breakfast the last 8 years. That has been such a success. Hops burgers are known. They don't go exactly well without a beer, but we're going to try and make it good. So we'll give you a glass of water with it and say, maybe just imagine, you know, but we'll get them there. So the burgers are good. Obviously, we have a very nice kind of chip that comes with it. It's called a rustic cut. McCain's chip, very good, very well known, very, very sought after.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the meal. that's the main, the big ones. And then obviously we have the wraps and the salads. Our salads are very nice. So yeah,
Super
nice meals, all back in track again. All looking forward to seeing you guys.
And like you said, I mean, it picks up the whole vibe on that bottom section of the beach, just looking at Hops is back, and you know, it's good signs.
Yeah.
It's happy signs.
Yeah. We also, on Saturday morning, we'll start selling those burgers like we used to do on the road as well on the previous lockdown, just to say hello to people. And we do that also at a discounted rate with coffee, just to get a bit of a atmosphere going on the beachfront. People walking and using the promenades. You know, Hops has been so part of that promenade and that walk that you go from the one side to the other side.
Definitely, you usually end it off there at Hops.
Yeah, end it off there, yeah. People actually enjoyed that. It's been very popular. So we will do that on Saturday again. And then obviously Saturday is a big Springbok and the Lions game. There's British Lions. So yeah, maybe you should stay for coffee and then later have a bit more coffee and watch the British Lions. Nice,
good idea. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you for joining us. And we're happy to know that Hops is back up and running.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And there you have it. Visit Hops. It's back up and running. They've got some good things for you. And after the break, we will see Karen Landman from the Ballito Sanitary Drive and Megan Clark from Lula Cup. We'll be hearing about their initiatives.
Life is all about those special moments of feeling empowered and uplifted and feeling great about yourself. Ballito TV is so excited to bring you Season 2 of A New You. Alongside our incredible partners, we will take you on a journey of upliftment and empowerment and bring the sunshine back into your life. Send us a photo and a motivation of no more than 150 words of why we should choose you. So hurry up and send them in to anewYou@ballito.tv.
importance of certified, compliant and good working fire equipment can mean the difference between your insurance claim being successful or rejected. All insurance companies insist on fire equipment compliance before business or buildings can be insured. Here we have BrokerSure leading the way by setting an example to others. Well-maintained fire equipment is the key to an insurance claim in the event of fire damage. HASPAC, being SABS and SAQCC accredited and certified, are well positioned to serve, maintain and provide new quality fire equipment such as fire extinguishers, hose reels and hydrants. Fire extinguishers, hose reels and hydrants require annual service and maintenance by law to be compliant. HASPAC offer these services through highly qualified technicians and a modern state-of-the-art workshop. HASPAC take the time and effort to remind their valued clients on an annual basis, taking the responsibility and worry away from the client through their up-to-date software systems. HASPAC offer quick and easy replacement services to ensure you, your business are protected and abiding to the laws. Remember, commercial locations have strict laws governing them with regards to fire safety regulations. Call us. Make sure you and your business are compliant.
North Coast. I've got these two lovely ladies here with me, and I'm sure you're curious to know what we're talking about, right? So Karen Landman is here from the Ballito Sanitary Drive, and Megan Clark is with us from Lula Cup. Let's hear more from them. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So Karen, can you tell us a bit more about the Ballito Sanitary Drive? How did it start? What was your inspiration?
Yes, so we work closely with a lot of young ladies in the North Coast area. And obviously with shops being closed, we got quite a few requests. You know, like ladies would message me and ask, where can they get their sanitary items? And I decided to ask around and message my amazing friend Mandy, and she immediately got involved. And we decided that we will start a collection point at Secrets Beauty Spa. And the support was just amazing. You know, people just dropped off bags and bags of sanitary wear, and we are so thankful that we could hand all of that out. And Megan was the first one on board to donate some of her Lula cups, which was so awesome to see. You know, just the community coming together, trying to help these young girls.
Yes.
So it started with the, you know, closing of the shops and everything last week, and it's something that we would like to continue in future. So it's not just a short-term project now, it's something that will continue into the future.
Well, that's excellent to know. And talking to you ladies, you both mentioned your inspiration was coming from the fact that a lot of young women do have to stay at home during their menstrual periods and things like that due to a lack of sanitation and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, stats are that 1 in 10 African girls have to miss school every single month for 4 to 5 days because they don't have access to sanitary products. And so my company, that's why we started it, was we want to help those girls be able to stay in school, which means they don't drop out of school, which means women have a better future in South Africa and within Africa itself, because they haven't had to drop out of school early. You know, and it's a major issue. Ballito community just felt it this last week with shops being closed, but actually there's girls that have been feeling it for the last few years, months since they started their periods, and you know, I really want to try and help those girls as much as possible, and that's why I started Lula Cup.
Wow, that's really amazing. I mean, we all despise, I can say at the least, menstrual cramps and the rest that go with it, but to actually not have the correct products is unimaginable, really.
Yeah. And I think also this last week has taught us that we kind of have to try and learn to be more sustainable and not depend on disposable products and things that you have to buy every single month. And so that's where a menstrual cup is really, really great, because it can last for up to 10 years. So a girl who cannot afford to buy those pads or tampons every single month can use a cup, it's reusable, and she has it for the next 10 years. So that's where my company...
Sorry, Megan. Can you tell us a bit more about the design and actually what is a Lula cup?
Yeah.
There's quite a few people
would it be okay if I brought one out? I did bring one with. So
of course.
a Lula cup is 100% medical grade silicone. It is reusable. It can be worn for up to 12 hours as well. So there's no need during your school day or during your work day that you have to try and escape to bathrooms or whatever it is to sort yourself out. And every woman suffers with this, so it's something that every woman needs. So this is a menstrual cup, just like that. You do fold it. I have a website, www.lulacup.co.za. You can go on, there's video tutorials and all sorts of things. And we donate to underprivileged girls. So for every cup that we sell, for every 10 cups we sell, we donate one to an underprivileged girl.
And you're aspiring for every 1 cup that you sell to
Correct.
be able to donate
We want to
one,
get there at some stage. So we're still a small business. We only started a year ago. So obviously the more we can grow and the more sales we get, the more we can donate. And that's exactly we donated to the Ballito Sanitary Drive, just to try and help girls in our very own community that we're stuck. We just don't have products. And here's something that can make them more sustainable for the rest of their lives.
Wow, and that is remarkable. And I know it's not a topic that we all want to talk about all the time, but it is a need that needs to be filled. And you ladies have done a fantastic job filling that need.
Thank you.
I'm sure your work is appreciated beyond measure.
Thank you
very much. How can we get involved as a community, Karen?
Like I said, the community has been amazing so far. Lula, or Lisa from Lula Boutique, she's also promised to, and she's actually come through with that promise, to donate 20% of every online sale that she does to our project. And then we've got various other people that's involved as well, that's been donating, and we've got our Miss Ballito girls involved as well.
Oh, good.
They've been collecting the sanitary ware, and they've been distributing to different areas, Itete and all around the Ballito area. And they are so thankful. The girls are all messaging, and that something small like that makes a huge difference. So it's inspiring to see how people, are willing to donate, and the girls that receive it, how thankful they are. So it's really inspiring, to just see how everyone just gets together and donate. So they can drop off at Secrets Beauty Spa, which is at Relax Inn in Shalkas Rock. So they're welcome to either contact me, they can get involved and order products through Megan, and she's also going to donate some of those products to us. So that's the way they can get involved in this project.
That's awesome. And thank you for joining us this morning, ladies, and the awesome work that you've been doing.
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much.
And I hope you all enjoyed that and learned what a Lula cup is. And next up, we'll be hearing from affectionately known as Seaweed Steve. We will have Steve Honeysett in studio with us talking about the beaches and what's been going on recently.
Bied ons kliënte onvergeetlike ervaring en werk ons met die beste belang van ons kliënt. Ons lewer nie net produkte aan ons kliënte nie, ons lewer ook 'n volledige diens, insluitend onderdele en tegniese ondersteuning.
welcome back to Good Morning North Coast. And I've got with me Steve Honeysett, also known as Seaweed Steve. So let's hear about that. Morning, Steve. It's good to have you here.
Morning.
So let's get to the interesting question. Why are you known as Seaweed Steve?
Well, I think everybody gets a nickname somewhere in the surfing community anyway, and having been here for so many years, since 1986, I first moved up here, being one of the local surfing guys for many years, and well, as you all know, I'm also on the radio station doing the beach report and weather report every morning, so it's kind of fitting that they gave me a nickname for this, for my presence around here.
You're here so long, you're almost part of the seaweed, right?
Yeah, so as old as the sea, Nelly, so seaweed is kind of fitting, I suppose.
Cool, very cool. And you're also involved with the KwaDukuza Municipality?
Yeah, I've been, I was one of the first lifeguards in Salt Rock on the beach there in the 80s, and sort of evolved from there as all the municipalities amalgamated. Today I'm a beach manager for KwaDukuza Municipality, so in charge of all the lifesavers, all the lifesaving, all the swimming beaches, launch sites, and basically monitoring whatever goes on the beaches, you know, except the environmental issues, obviously, and all the building issues. Those are different.
You have that farmed out.
Yeah, that's different departments. But yeah, it's interesting work. Everyone thinks that it's the best job in the world. Well, it is. But
it is.
It's. I've learned so much about the ocean, the beaches, what goes on. You know, it's interesting. I can tell you exactly where the sand is moving and what the tides are doing, and
wow.
it just comes with time. So yeah, very enjoyable. So, and now we stuck with this emergency or this disaster that
so the unrest has also affected the beaches.
Yeah. So we, little did we know the attack on that warehouse in Umhlanga, then setting it on fire. We weren't aware of the chemicals that were whatever was stored in there, and well, once the fire department came to put the fire out and they started hosing down, they didn't know that they were washing dangerous chemicals, I suppose, into
it also had a lot of
stormwater drain systems, which feeds into the local rivers, and then eventually finds its way to the ocean. And we're stuck with this problem now. It's leached out and it's come into the ocean. We were first made aware of it last week earlier when people were walking on the beach at Umhlanga and they started smelling. Well, we all smelt that funny, I don't know what you call it, sulfuric kind of smell in the air, and we didn't think that was right, but the people were walking on the beach in Umhlanga and started noticing dead fish washing up, crayfish, sort of all kind of marine life, and the bells started ringing.
Yes.
And now we got just about every environmental agency involved, and it's a task that we didn't know it would be so big, so yeah. So it has leached into the sea. We don't know how much. As a precautionary measure, we've just kept our southern beaches in KwaDukuza closed. So that's Zimbali Beach, the Salmon Bay in front of us here, Willard's Beach, Thompson's Bay, and Salt Rock. So our southern beaches we've kept closed as a precautionary measure. We haven't smelt or we haven't seen. I'm out every morning walking the beaches, checking for any marine life that's washed up. It's all been clear so far. We haven't smelt anything in the water. So it's been well, we've had the winds in our favor as well. The winds have been blowing northeast and pushing whatever is in the sea and keeping it that side. So, well, the southern side, Umhlanga. So we've been fortunate so far. But, you know, as a municipality, we've got to go through the processes. We've got to make sure our public and our beach users are safe. And so we've had to close those beaches under a lot of pressure, might I add. A lot of the other user groups are on our cases. They want to surf, they want to fish, they want to swim, they want to do all kinds of things. So yeah, as a precautionary measure. So what we've done, we've basically kept all our northern beaches open. So you're quite free to go and swim. Tiffany's Reef, or Tiffany's Beach as they call it, just north of Salt Rock, is open. Sheffield Beach is fine, and then Tinley Manor, Blythdales and Quasi, all good. So swimming is open there for now, but just our southern beaches, as a precautionary measure, we've kept it closed. We've even told the local fishing ski boat club here that they can go fishing, but they have to fish way offshore, not close to the beach and the shoreline. So they're going quite a way out, 5 kilometers out, and doing their fishing. So kind of keeping it as tight as we can for now. As soon as we get to hear what is the chemical content of what was stored there in that warehouse, we will know more or less where to go from there. So let's hope it's not extremely dangerous chemicals anyway.
Well, hopefully we'll have the beaches back soon, but until then, you can still make your way to the southern beaches, right?
No, northern.
The northern beaches, yeah. Sorry, the northern beaches. The southern beaches are currently closed.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Steve, for
pleasure.
joining us this morning, and all the best on these endeavors.
Yeah, we'll get through it, I'm sure.
Thank you. After the break, we'll be having Trevor and Jessica Nair with us from the Breakthrough Center. And a fun fact, they're also our Laugh Out Larry team. So we look forward to hearing what they've been up to.
And I'm the CEO and founder of the Educational Studio. The Educational Studio started with our private tuition department, which has grown astronomically over the years and evolved into now what we call our alternative learning program, which has become a fundamental pillar of the Ballito community. We cater to all children from all walks of life and from all facets of the Ballito community. We tailor our learning programs to cater to the individual learner. Visit us to see how we can help improve your child's academic life.
Good morning. Welcome to the Educational Studio. My name is Joy Hartley. The Educational Studio is an alternative education institution. We cater to the needs of learners who are looking for a different approach to teaching and learning. The Educational Studio offers a structured learning program in a unique, supportive and relaxed environment. Our small class sizes encourage a greater focus on personalised learning and teacher interaction. The Educational Studio offers tuition in both the CAPS curriculum and international curricula for all learners in grades 2 to 12. Please call us today on 032 940 4471.
Welcome back to Good Morning North Coast. I hope you're enjoying the lineup thus far. I have with me Trevor and Jessica Nair from the Breakthrough Center, and they do important work around child protection and other issues, but let's hear more from them. Welcome, Jessica and Trevor. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, Prathisha. It's good to be on the show.
That's good. Would you like to tell us a bit about the Breakthrough Center? How did it start? What do you guys do there?
Okay, on the 10th of October 1990, so last year we celebrated 30 years. We started just as a children's outreach program. We started this in Itete on the North Coast, and being a resident of Itete, I know what it is like to live in the community. And I realized that we had to find something to empower our kids, because there's no recreational facilities for kids. Lots of kids' childhood entails a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And kids don't have the time to just have fun. So the Kids Club was formed just for kids to have a lot of fun and enjoy their childhood. And I think now we still meet kids or adults now, and they run up to us and say, thank you for allowing us to be a part of the kids club because it gave us a fun childhood.
Wow.
And yeah, I think that's what we started with, and we begin to have a lot of life skills training for the kids, teaching them how to read, sports facilities, things like that. But eventually this blossomed into what we have now is a community center that is functioning, where we reach out to people of every age. And we are only thankful to God for bringing us this far. My spiritual father, Dr. Jonathan Davids, in 2010 when he came to South Africa, he said this, and it's something that stuck in my spirit, and I think over the recent past it made more sense. He said, South Africa needs to hear a message of hope, and you need to continually speak this message of hope. So amidst whatever has happened, it just inspires on us to go on, because we believe that the seed that we've sown in the lives of the next generation is going to flourish. Because what we've imparted to these kids is to strive to be hardworking regardless of the environment you are in. And that is something why we have so much of emphasis on child protection, because in most cases it's very difficult to take our kids out from the environment into a safer environment. Yes. But we have to teach them how to protect themselves. So one of our visions is to empower as many children as possible. So we had the annual National Child Protection event on the North Coast, and this is where we allow children to speak. It's good to hear what children have to say, because they are our leaders for the future. Yes. So we need to hear them now. What are they saying? And that is how Larry was born. I see Larry has a lot of fans already, because no child wants to hear a lecture.
Yes.
If you look at child abuse, if we're going to tell them the 4 types of abuse and things, they don't want to, they're not going to take much from what you tell them.
I think adults battle with lectures too, Jessica. So
Exactly.
I think Larry's also popular in that regard.
Yeah, and the adults love him as well.
Yeah.
So Larry is the type of puppet that would make all the mistakes, but through the mistakes, the kids are able to identify with him. And sometimes they teach Larry how he should behave. But at the end of a puppet session, you will notice that the kids have learned so much, and they know how to protect themselves. And I think this is what gears us to continue with what we're doing, because I believe that the generation that is rising is going to make a huge difference to our future. So I'm going to hand you over to Trevor, who's going to tell you about the other aspects of Breakthrough Center.
Trevor, what are you guys currently involved in?
Okay, so Breakthrough Center is basically a community center. We have an ECD site, a creche and a preschool, which is registered with the Department of Social Development. And then we have lots of different projects that fall under Breakthrough Center. So one of it is what Jess spoke about, the Child Protection Program. We do a lot of programs on gender-based violence awareness. Obviously, because we are a community development center, we do a lot of feeding programs, clothes distribution, food distribution. We do a lot of projects together with the local municipality, assisting where we can when they are needing assistance to come through. One of the current projects that we're involved in, which obviously you must have heard from the other speakers as well, is the need in our local communities because of the looting that we've had. So communities are struggling, especially one of the things that we've realized is that babies are now suffering because of the lack of baby formula. So one of our pastor friends heads up an organization called Arise Africa, and they've partnered with us in allowing us to become one of the distributors on the North Coast with baby formula. So we've actually just picked up some stock, I think, 2 days ago, and we're busy trying to get a database of the needy, and by Saturday we'll start the distribution.
Oh, that's excellent. And
Yeah.
baby formula is quite the necessity. So
Yes.
It is.
that's a big one. How can we as a community contribute to this initiative?
Listen, you're always going to have people with needs. You're always going to have the unemployed. You're always going to have the struggling. And I think for us, as Jess said, we've got to not just speak a message of hope, but become the solution to somebody's problem. And I think that is what we would love to do. And obviously, in any organization, resources is always the challenge. So if people are willing to assist, sometimes they're looking to do something, but they don't know how to do it. They're welcome to contact us, because it's not just food that we do. There's a huge variety of projects that we're involved in, even with job creation, job placement. So we partner with different consultancy companies when they're looking for learnerships. So we connect the young people to that. So that it's actually
Your
very,
work
very,
is very diverse, and
very
you guys are
diverse,
spreading
yes.
hope in many
So
ways.
it's difficult to just focus on one.
Yes.
But I basically manage the Breakthrough Center, which is on a day-to-day basis, the school. I must say that one of the things that has become very outstanding about our school is the standard of education. So basically, we've got kids now that are in grade RR that already know all the basics in foundation, because parents are just so impressed, because they're continuously posting videos of these kids. My child knows the days of the week and the months of the year, and my child is now speaking English. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear more and more and more. You guys do such amazing work, but unfortunately, that's all we have for today. And thank you for joining us. And we look forward to watching Larry today as well.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll have the weather report up next. So enjoy that. You can plan your day, and I'll see you after that.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito Gas and Braai. Ek wil nie snaaks wees nie, maar ek voel of die koue my oral heen volg. En die beste ding van die winter vir my is wanneer dit verby is. We have a high of 20 degrees and a low of 11 degrees. The real feel will be 20 degrees as well, and the real feel shade 18 degrees. Also, we have a southwesterly wind of up to 15 kilometers per hour and wind gusts of 24 kilometers per hour. Also 0% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 6:47 a.m. and the sunset at 5:17 p.m. Next up will be your surf report, brought to you by 10:10 Skryfbehoeftes and Deon Bosman from Victory Surf. Have a good day.
Morning Ballito, and welcome to Wednesday morning's beach report. And that big southwesterly is already up and going to chop the ocean up completely today. It's not going to blow that hard. It's about 12 to 15 knots, but that's enough to make a bump on the water. So only the little bays that are protected, I would say the bog might have 1 or 2 waves on the incoming tide, but the main beach and further north completely blown out. Going to have to take a rain check today. I think the kiteboarders might be out at Tiffany's Reef a little bit later, but definitely maybe 1 or 2 bodyboard waves on the biggish peaks, but more than likely just a wind sport day today. Hope you get some waves at the bog. Speak again tomorrow.
Welcome back to Good Morning North Coast, and that's all that we have for this morning. We hope you've enjoyed the lineup. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all the guests that we've had this morning, and to all the viewers. Tomorrow we'll be back at 6 a.m. so we hope to see you then. We will be playing a music video for you this morning by Rowan Stuart. Enjoy this one.
Crowds were strangers, I can't relate. Cities burning, so much hate. A world gone crazy, I felt alone, like the last one. Then through the fallout, choking on the ash cloud, suddenly you called out, take my hand. And from the dust you showed me I could trust you. Now I know it's just you and I till the end. Like we were the last two survivors in a scorched world. Don't know how I found you, but you know I'll fight for you, girl. Like we were the last two survivors in a scorched world. Don't know how I found you, but you know I'll fight for you, girl. Wander through the waste, search for shelter, a safer place. By night we'd listen, locked in embrace, just remembering. Went through the fallout, choking on the ash cloud, suddenly you called out, take my hand. And from the dust you showed me I could trust you. Now I know it's just you and I till the end. Like we were the last two survivors in a scorched world. Don't know how I found you, but you know I'll fight for you, girl. Like we were the last two survivors in a scorched world. Don't know how I found you, but you know I'll fight for you, girl. Choking on the ash cloud, suddenly you called out, take my hand. And from the dust you showed me I could trust you. Now I know it's just you and I till the end. Like we were the last two survivors in a scorched world. Don't know how I found you, but you know I'll fight for you, girl. Crowd was